Title: The Illusion of Justice. Elliot Grayson was a man of principle, or so he believed. A young heir to a prosperous plantation in the heart of Georgia, he saw himself as enlightened, a champion of justice and fairness. He had been educated in the finest schools of Boston, where he absorbed grand ideas about democracy, liberty, and the inalienable rights of man. Yet, as he rode through his cotton fields, surveying the backs of men bent under the sun, he saw not the irony, but only the natural order of things. To Elliot, justice meant fairness within the confines of what he considered civilization. He spoke passionately about equal opportunity, citing the American dream as a beacon for all who worked hard. He prided himself on paying his white workers a wage, meager but still something, and believed himself benevolent for allowing his slaves Sundays off. "Every man deserves a chance to succeed," he would say at town meetings, receiving nods of agreement. "This country is built on hard work and perseverance. Any man willing to labor should be rewarded." And yet, those words stopped short of his own plantations, where generations of enslaved black men, women, and children toiled under the brutal system that sustained his wealth. To him, they were property, part of an economy as natural as the rivers that watered his fields. He saw himself as kind, for he did not whip them as severely as others did, and he believed that, in a way, they were better off under his care. When asked about the growing abolitionist movement, Elliot scoffed. "Those radicals don't understand the world. They talk of freedom, but don't see the chaos that would follow. The Negro race needs structure. They would flounder without it." Yet, Elliot's sense of justice was not limited to slavery. When an Irishman named Patrick O'Malley arrived seeking work, Elliot welcomed him, though at a wage barely enough to survive. The Irish, Elliot believed, were lesser than the Anglo-Saxon stock, but still above the black slaves. He would pay them, but not much. And when Patrick and his kin protested, Elliot was genuinely confused. "Are you not free to work elsewhere?" he asked. "This is America. You have opportunities here." Patrick clenched his jaw but said nothing. He had no real choice. His family was starving, and Elliot knew it. The contradictions in Elliot's beliefs never troubled him. In his mind, he was a good man, a fair man. He attended church every Sunday, donated to charities, and debated the virtues of democracy in town halls. He believed in law and order, in justice and fairness, but only as they applied to men he deemed worthy. Years later, as the winds of war began to sweep across the South, Elliot clung to his beliefs. Even as the world around him changed, he refused to see the hypocrisy of his ideals. For Elliot, justice was an illusion, a tale he told himself while standing atop a world built on the suffering of others.
The sun setting fiery, pain in the sky, a promise of change as the fireflies fly. The porch is still here, but the